The copium is real. That's right. The copium. It's real and it's hard. And I think we're going to only see more of it as Xbox continues to have success, as Xbox starts to gain more and more momentum. Even if you're a person that says, well, Xbox success, what are you talking about? Xbox hasn't had success right now. Xbox is losing 3-1. Xbox definitely has had success in building momentum, and you can see it. It is a wave that is coming, and the latest news with Halo moving to Unreal Engine 5 has broken people's minds. So much so that people are saying, oh, it could be coming. It's going to be coming to PS5 anyways. In fact, in the comments on my video yesterday or the day before where we talked about the Halo Unreal 5 move, people were saying, oh, well, it's coming to PS5, so it doesn't matter. Ha, ha, ha. It's not. It's definitely not. Let's talk about it. Let's jump into it. Let's see who is creating these rumors, where they're coming from, and just talk about how crazy that is. 100% crazy. It makes no sense. Let's also talk about an Xbox patch that has dropped. And finally, I want to review. There's a Black Ops 6 video that dropped that catches us up on all things Black Ops 6. And I could not be more excited. And this is an example, by the way. This video, Black Ops 6, is going to be one of the biggest Call of Duty releases of all time. It's dropping day one on Game Pass. Microsoft owns it. It is Xbox first-party studio. Momentum, baby. Momentum. And it's going to break people. It's breaking people's minds right now on the internets, on the Twitters. PS5. Oh, it's coming to PS5. Xbox is a joke. Is it? Are they? No, they're not, and no, it's not. Before we jump into it, though, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We drop videos like this all the time. We've got a fantastic community over on Discord as well. Make sure you join us there. I'll drop a link to it in the comments below. Let's jump into this right now, though. What Halo on Unreal 5 means for PlayStation 5. We asked Digital Foundry. So this is Eurogamer.net. Now, here's the thing about Eurogamer.net. They're one of the worst. That's right. Not that this guy, Tom Phillips, who is the editor-in-chief, don't even have anything necessarily against this article, but they're one of the worst at stoking. There's a clear PlayStation bias over at Eurogamer.net. They're one of the worst perpetrators of that PlayStation bias, for sure. They are one of the worst in creating and stoking the flames of fanboy wars. I have no specific examples off the top of my head, but I have seen multiple of them, and every time I do, I say, yep, Eurogamer. It's why very rarely will you see me use a Eurogamer story. It is a principled choice that I make. Having said that, we're using this story because this is just an example of, I think, ultimate copium that is happening for Halo moving to Unreal Engine 5. It shows you the value that Halo is to Xbox, that PlayStation fanboys, and this is not, when I say PlayStation fanboy, I don't mean people that have PlayStation that enjoy it. I have a PlayStation 5 myself. I have the PlayStation Portal, the PS Portal. I love it. It's fantastic. I think they make fantastic games. I'm not talking about the normies. Same when I say Xbox fanboys, I'm also, except when I refer to myself, I'm normal, right? I do call myself an Xbox fanboy. But who I'm talking about specifically is toxic internet trollery. This, I think, article represents that, and I think helps stoke these flames. Here, let's read the story, though, here. Today's announcement by the newly rebranded Halo Studios, formerly 343 Industries. By the way, I love that they rebranded Halo Studios. That there is more there than just, hey, we need to rebrand 343. No, it is solidifying. Halo is not going anywhere. Halo is a core part of who we are. Halo is this studio. It's called Halo Studios. That's a smart marketing move. I criticize Microsoft all the time for marketing moves and Xbox moves, and they're not the best at it. PlayStation is far better at marketing their games and their platforms and naming stuff. This was smart, and this was a great marketing move. The newly rebranded Halo Studios, formerly 343 Industries, that multiple new Halo games are in development, this was the announcement, has excited fans of Microsoft's flagship Xbox franchise. But is there a cause for celebration for PS5 owners too? Dun dun dun! Dun dun dun! But wait! PlayStation could get these. Dun dun dun! No, it's not coming to PlayStation, guys. But we'll go through the article. We'll do our due diligence here. Halo Studios has said it will now develop all future Halo projects using Unreal Engine 5, the Epic Games Media toolkit for game development that's widely used across the industry. It's set to power the next Witcher and Tomb Raider installments and can be seen in action this week with the highly acclaimed Silent Hill 2 remake. And I hear that's amazing. I've seen screenshots of that, by the way. Well done. And it just shows the power that Unreal Engine 5 is, why everybody uses it, because it's fantastic. You can get beautiful set pieces out of it. You can make quick updates to your game. Smart for Halo to move to it. Discussing the move to Unreal Engine, Halo Studios said that the change means faster, smoother development and iteration is now possible, while it will also allow for an easier onboarding of new team members who know the toolkit already. It's one of the problems. They used the Slipspace engine, which was their own in-house engine at 343 Industries. And when you're using your own in-house engine, you've got to onboard people to that engine, and you can't. I mean, it's your own in-house engine, right? It's bespoke. It's yours. Nobody else has it. So you've got to onboard people to that. That's going to create development issues. That's going to create turnover issues. That's going to create hiring issues and ultimately affect the game. You're not able to make updates as fast as possible because you got to onboard people. It takes months, maybe weeks, months, whatever, for them to get used to the system. Whereas if you're using something that is industry-wide, people can be working on other games, jump in, help you out, et cetera, et cetera. On top of this, though, it potentially means easier multi-platform development is now possible. Dun, dun, dun! Yeah, it potentially does mean that. And I'm sure this will mean that for other projects. Not for Halo, though. Halo is not going to PlayStation. Should Microsoft... Okay, let me reread this sentence. On top of this, though, it potentially means easier multi-platform development is now possible. Should Microsoft look to extend its cross-platform release program and launch Halo on other consoles? You see, it's all this hypothetical question that they're asking, and this leads to the rumors that are out there. And I'm not necessarily faulting this article for being written. However, there's a track. There's a history here, right? It's hardcore copium, guys. Halo is a powerhouse. And you've awoken, it seems like we're awaking the sleeping giant. That is Halo. Quote, from a multi-platform game development perspective, moving to Unreal Engine 5 would certainly be easier for the developer than porting across the existing Slipspace engine, Digital Foundry boss Rick Ledbetter told me this morning. It stands to reason that an engine designed for deployment across multiple platforms would be easier to work with than existing technology built for Xbox and PC. Okay. Some guy at another company who analyzes video games says, yeah, using Unreal Engine 5 means that it's easier for multi-platform. Yeah, but that has nothing to do with Halo. Yes, and that has nothing to do with Halo. Xbox has yet to release games from any of its biggest franchises. Halo, Forza, Gears of War on PlayStation or Switch hardware. But multiple reports have suggested, sorry about that, Microsoft is at least seriously considering the option for future installments of its biggest brands, and the direction of trend seems clear. What is the direction of that trend? This sentence saying, and the direction of trend seems clear. What is the direction? You just said that their biggest titles have not gone, their marquee Xbox titles have not gone multi-platform, and the direction of trend seems clear. What? That they hand-selected a few games to go multi-platforms that made complete sense? The trend is we will take everything on a case-by-case basis and where it makes sense. Yes, it will. Dropping Halo multi-platform makes zero sense. That's right. Mark it, stamp it, put it in the mail for 10 years from now, and then come back and open it. X1 the Gamer, Halo is not going multi-platform. It's going to be on PC under Game Pass and Game Pass for PC. So if you count that as multi-platform, yes, it is not going to PlayStation. Unless Game Pass goes on PlayStation, which PlayStation is not going to let that happen. It is not going multi-platform. Their biggest titles, they will remain biggest titles. Well, why? Why? Guys, pay attention to what is happening. For the 100th time, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking to those of you who think I'm full of shit, because I'm not. I'm right here. Let's look at streaming subscription services. Some streaming subscription services, like let's say Netflix or Disney or Amazon Prime, they have on there exclusive titles, first-party studios, that is just for them. They also license other things to get either exclusively limited or have exclusively, or they share across platforms. That's all that's happening with gaming. And Xbox has decided that some games, Sea of Thieves makes complete sense. It's a game as a service. It doesn't have the historical Xbox brand tied to it necessarily. It's already had huge success on on PC, and you can use it as a way to onboard people into Game Pass. Makes complete sense. Indiana Jones, once again, not a huge history, recently acquired by Xbox via Bethesda. Makes sense to have that go multi-platform, but have day one over on Game Pass. It's a way to expand that into Game Pass. Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a huge first-party title now at Xbox, but it's always traditionally been on multi-platforms. Keeping it on multi-platforms ensures that you get all that sweet, sweet revenue by being one of the biggest games in the world. But, by the way, over time, yes, I'm buying it here on PlayStation, but I'm in my third year now since Xbox has owned it. $60 a title, $70 a year. I'm going to Game Pass. It's also on Game Pass. I'm subscribing to Game Pass. You see how that works? That's all that's happening here. This wishful thinking that a game like Halo is coming multi-platform, is going to go to PlayStation 5 is just that. It's wishful thinking. And the direction of trend seems clear. The only direction of trend is that Xbox is doubling down on Game Pass and taking as a case-by-case basis certain titles, but they've, like you said, their biggest franchises, Halo, Forza, Gears of War on PlayStation, has never come yet, or Switch. So you're right. The trend is clear. Halo's not coming to PlayStation. Let me close this. The writing had been on the wall for Halo's previous Slipspace engine for some time following the mixed performance of Halo Infinite, the cancellation of plans to further develop the game's campaign, and the loss of studio's lead developer of Slipspace at the end of 2022. The past few years have seen other departures too, including then 343 Industries boss Bonnie Ross, director Joseph Staten, multiplayer creative director Tom French, and Halo franchise director Frank O'Connor. Could Slipspace be ported to PS5? Well, yes, Digital Foundry says, but it would require an extra layer of porting work that using Unreal Engine simply skips over. Once again, the premise here is just incorrect. The premise is that they're even considering this. This is not the reason you're moving. They're not moving to Unreal Engine 5 so that they can multi-platform. They're moving to it so that they can support Halo in the long term, particularly the multiplayer side of Halo, where you need constant updates, where you need to keep up with the likes of Call of Duty, where you need to keep up with the likes of Fortnite. That's why. Perhaps the biggest clue to how Microsoft may treat Halo in the future can be seen in its motives for bringing Sea of Thieves to PS5 and the success it has seen as a result. I just got done telling you why that's foolish. You can see the copium here. The copium is so hard. Sea of Thieves is not Halo. Sea of Thieves doesn't have the history of Halo. Sea of Thieves is not Halo. Ahead of its launch on Sony hardware, Microsoft said it wanted to use Sea of Thieves' PS5 version to further grow the live service pirate game's online audience. Benefiting players on PC and Xbox too, this indeed seems to have occurred. This is complete conjecture, Ledbetter closed, but Halo Infinite has evolved into the kind of live service game that would benefit from a multi-platform release, just as Sea of Thieves has. Back in August, Xbox boss Phil Spencer addressed the continued launch of its games on other console platforms and stated that Xbox is a business. Yes, very good. We said we'd watch. I might have said from our learning, we're going to do more, Spencer said. What I see when I look is our franchises are getting stronger. Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been. I look at it and I say, okay, our player numbers are going up for the console platform. Our franchises are as strong as they've ever been, and we run a business. There's a lot of pressure on the industry, he concluded. It's been growing for a long time, and now people are looking for ways to grow. The way sometimes transcripts are off, and people are looking for ways to grow. I think us as fans, as players of games, we just have anticipated there's going to be more change, and how some of the traditional ways that games are built and distributed, that's going to change. Yes, like Game Pass, like subscription gaming. That's what he's talking about right there. He's not talking about multi-platform releases for their biggest exclusive title in its history. The only reason we have Xbox is because of Halo. Halo's not going multi-platform. That's going to change for all of us, but the end result has to be better games that more people can play. If we're not focused on that, I think we're focused on the wrong things. Time will tell if this change includes Halo on PS5 or Switch 2, but with the franchise's future being built on Unreal Engine 5, there's one less barrier to making it happen. There's a huge barrier to making it happen. That would be suicide. And that doesn't make any think like a business. Don't think like a journalist trying to get clicks. Think like a business person. That makes zero sense. It's why Netflix doesn't license out Stranger Things to Amazon Prime. It's why Disney doesn't give the latest Star Wars TV series to Amazon Prime. Some things are on Amazon Prime. Some things are on Netflix. Your big ticket items need to be on your subscription service. That's just how it works. It's why Spotify pays Joe Rogan hundreds of millions of dollars to be the exclusive place for the podcast side of their show. He can be on YouTube. His video series can be on YouTube, but the Spotify, but the podcast itself is home to Spotify because that's what you want for your subscription service. Anyways, I just think it's hardcore copium. I'm seeing a lot. Again, if you think it's going to Halo, more power. Or if you think Halo is going to PlayStation 5, more power to you. You're probably a PlayStation fanboy, and this is hardcore copium. Xbox is getting momentum. This move is another move that they are shaking things up, that it's not been good enough, and it's not good enough for the future, and we can all see that. PlayStation is dominating Xbox in the console space 3-1 this generation. Game Pass is its future. Going out and getting all of these franchises like Call of Duty is part of its future. Strengthening its core set of marquee titles like Halo needs to be key in order for Game Pass to survive long term, in order for that draw to be there for Game Pass even better. That's the key. And that's why they're moving to Unreal Engine 5. Let me know what you think. Let me know where you disagree with me here, though. Let me know in the comments below. Am I being too snarky? I don't think I am. It's hardcore copium, everyone. Hardcore copium. Let's move over to the patch that just recently dropped here. Here it is. This is at purexbox.com. Starting with Xbox Insiders, as all patches do. Xbox Game patches should appear, in updates. Xbox Game patches should appear quicker after new console updates, starting with Xbox Insiders. Microsoft has detailed a new Xbox Insider update that aims to improve the way its consoles pull patches when connected online. The update, which is out now and will roll out to all users soon, quote, addresses an issue where checking for updates would take much longer than expected and would not load at all. Basically, what's happening now is it's just going to happen much faster, which is huge because, yeah, sometimes I sit on that screen for a while and it's like, is it broken as I'm checking for updates here? What is happening? No, it wasn't my fault. It was Xbox's fault. And it looks like they're patching that. And I think that's good. And I think it can only be good from here. Let's actually move to our last portion of the day, and this is the Call of Duty. This is the catch up. What is it called? It's called The Story So Far. This just dropped. Now this goes through all of the Call of Duty Black Ops games and storylines, and in about 2 minutes, actually in under 2 minutes, it catches you up to where we are present day Black Ops 6. It introduces some of the characters there that have been in past Black Ops. It goes over with a quick review. It does a really good job of it too, showing off some of the storylines, what essentially happened in past Black Ops, so that you are ready for Black Ops 6 on Game Pass day one. I think this is genius. I think this is smart. I think it's really well done. When you watch it, give it a watch. It's only 2 minutes long. Just head over to YouTube, head over to the Xbox channel. You'll see it there. I think it's cool, and it's a hype machine, man. I could not be more excited for Black Ops 6 day one on Game Pass. Whew. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. We're only October 25th, I think, is the release date, the end of October here. So we're not that far away from Call of Duty Black Ops. It's going to be the biggest. The movement system alone that they're showing off. My personal favorite, though, is being able to pick up a dead body of an opponent and use them as a shield. Yes, please. But yeah, if you want to get hyped for some Black Ops 6, go watch this. It catches you up here. Again, what is it called? It is The Story So Far. I don't know why I can't remember that, but oh, it's really cool. It gets you caught up with some of the characters that we're going to see also here in traditional Black Ops and in Black Ops 6 as well, I'm sure. Check it out. That does us for today, everybody. Again, in case you're wondering, let me reiterate this for the 1000th time. Let me beat this dead horse. Halo's not going to PlayStation. It's just not. If you've been paying attention, you see the strategy. It's logical. It makes sense. It's a powerful strategy. It's the power of Game Pass, the power of subscription gaming gives you this flexibility where you don't have to bring a Halo when you're trying to grow your brand to multi-platform. Unreal Engine is there to make Halo better, period. That's it. Would love to know what you guys think. Again, don't forget that like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Share this with your friends. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.